What is good, guys? We are talking Monster Hunter today. So there's been kind of like a embargo lift, meaning that there is a load more footage out there, and today we get to see the village stuff. Alex was treated to a presentation of Monster Hunter Rise, and he knows a bit more about all of this content that we're going to be seeing today. And the game's only a few days away now, basically a month away. So your boy is excited and excited to see what is going to be in this gameplay and what the village. I think this is village stuff, right?
Yeah. It starts off in Kimura Village. The gameplay does include like a little bit more hunting stuff, but yeah, largely speaking, we get to see a nice little walk around the village and see some good.
Let me just turn down the audio a bit. But there you guys go. So the village is actually looking sick. I just like the aesthetic of it. What is all these bubbles,
right?
though?
This is what I mean. Yeah, when you walk around, it's like it seems to be some of the people you can interact with, but some of the just the random people. They just have little bubbles, so straight away you can already hear or kind of just see their interactions and whatnot. Makes it a little bit more lively.
Who's this?
So this is I forgot the name. I'm terrible. I forgot her name. She's the new canteen lady though, or the tea shop. But this is the canteen, right? So this is where you go for. This is now how we'll be eating food. So we won't be having like a huge meat platter. We'll instead be having dangos, which are like little rice balls. Look at the little smiley face on the dango, or a little sad face. But yeah, basically the way this works now is that you go through and you choose 3 different rice balls that you want on your meal, and they all carry different bonuses now.
Was activation chance a thing before?
It's a similar kind of thing. Basically, I mean, it's just called out more explicitly because you know how, like in World, you'd have like a chance for.
Oh, you didn't display it. Yeah, it didn't display it, did it? Okay, cool.
So now it's and I think they're focusing here more so specifically on skills that you generally don't get from armor and stuff. So they might be a little different to the usual, like do this for like defense increase. And I guess the reason they're doing that is because in the actual. In the world, you have the endemic life now, right? So you're not really going to be eating for like attack up or defense up. I don't believe. You'll be eating more for like. Stuff that will help you, that kind of stuff.
I love this song. This song is 10 out of 10. Yo, this is so much better than World. Oh, that's an instant classic right there.
Look at that! That looks tasty.
Tasty.
And they even look like they match the actual ones you selected. So I'll be interested to see if they get all the colors right.
I love how they chose the most generic character, like to have like dude one in it.
That is Hunter 1.
That is Hunter 1 right there.
That is default. Oh, so interestingly, so I believe the oh yeah, that's it. So if you look at the bubbles you see around you, the colors depend on who they are. So the red one is the key quests. I think the yellow one is just generic NPCs, and then the blue one's other stuff.
Ah, they're showing that you can craft.
Yeah, they're slowly crafting.
They're slowly crafting. They're like, oh, guys, crafting is back.
Let me just make sure. And this is Kagero, the merchant. So here's where we'll go to, also to read our amiibo, but also just to, generally speaking, just buy stuff. So we haven't seen anything particularly sort of fancy or different in here, but he's just cool. He looks like he belongs in the Sheikah clan.
Can you read any amiibo, or is it just going to be... the ones that specifically Monster Hunter.
So the specific ones will give you like specific things, but I believe they said there might be functionality for like other ones. They might just give you like a random item, but I'm not 100% certain just yet. So this is now jumping over to here. This is like the other part of the island. You cross over the bridge and you go to like the Buddy kind of the Buddy Plaza, and this is like from here basically you have access to the Buddy Handler, the Buddy Board, Kogarashi, where you can send out your Palicos and Palamutes to like farm items for you. You can find Rondine here, and you can also go straight to the training room. Look at that little boat.
Ooh.
Shout out to Rondine.
Shout out to Hey, the way that you said that, you got a little crush on Rondine. Hey,
Rondine. She's kind of cool. We also learned from the interview, little video exclusive for you, that there will be some like exclusive items you can only get from Rondine. It won't be like for Ultimate where it's like monster parts from things not in the game, but there will be like some things that you can only get from her, which might lead to like some cool items and stuff.
I wonder if Mega Dash Juice is back.
True. There was a Dango effect for like reducing stamina depletion, so yeah, we shall see.
So is this system, I'm going to pause it here. So is this system more similar to like the old system in the old Monster Hunter games where you hire stuff? Because I never really messed with that too much, but I know that you did. So like, can you explain like what's going on here?
Yeah, so this is definitely much more akin to like the older one. Like, I mean, to a degree, Generations, it's a little bit too early to say whether it's kind of like Generations, because we can see on the right hand side that the Palicos have obviously got different equipped moves. Now, obviously, Generations was pretty extensive, where you could train your Palicos, like trade moves between them, and you kind of build these like perfect Palicos. We don't know just yet from this screen whether that means you can change those moves, or whether it's just like, oh, this Palico comes with this skill, this Palico, so we still need to find out to what extent. But the fact that you do hire them is definitely more akin to the older system. There's going to be, they level up, you can see that there's like a lock screen on them, so like as they level up they unlock more skills, and we know that then factors into Kogarashi, that factors into like those different things. So like, yeah, it's useful to kind of get lots of Palicos and lots of buddies, basically.
Awesome.
And then this is the buddy board where you can kind of go to, decide who you've got with you, which again, obviously wasn't a thing in World because you just have your one Palico, right? Whereas like now you can swap them out, you can, depending on skills and stuff. So it does make me think it is going to be quite like the older one.
So where do you hire them, or they just literally just come up on the board and that's it? Like you just only hire them when they appear on the board? Is there something in the game board that you need to do to?
No, you just go to him. It's just like in Generations where there was like the cat lady. Now you just go to Iori and you basically say,
so it's just
I want to hire a
RNG basically.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen like to what extent they change. But yeah, he's just got like a list of the ones that you can hire and then you can customize them. So it probably is sort of like a rotational sort of thing. And if it is like the other system, you can probably trade buddies maybe.
Well, what's this mailman saying? Who's this?
Shout out to the little mailman. He's who you speak to if you want to turn it into like an online or an offline hall. If you want to sort of set up local or multiplayer gameplay.
Yeah, so is there no gathering hub, or is the?
So you still have a gathering hub, but obviously now that we've seen that the entire village is online, so you can basically go here and then say, hey, I want to like create this online setup, and then people can just jump in anywhere.
Oh, that is so much better. Like the fact that the whole thing's online. Like, yeah, that's sick. So does that mean you get access to like everything in the online session as well?
Yep. You can literally like you could be standing here talking to this cat, and then I could be running around you in a Palamute, like jumping around and stuff like. And we could both go to the Smithy together. We can kind of go to. So there's nowhere that you'll get like. Well, I say there's nowhere. I don't know what happens if you go to the Buddy Island, but I'm pretty sure everywhere, given that we can go to the training room as well. Everywhere is open, right? So you can create your little lobbies, do stuff like that.
That's sick.
And one of the cool things you actually see, like this is towards the latter part of the video, but there's one of the cool things you do see is that you don't even have to go to the quest board to accept a quest. You can just pull up the quest board and be like, yep, you might be standing on a roof and be like, yeah, I want to do this quest.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah. So this is the new little question.
It looks so nice. Like the presentation of it is so sick.
Yeah.
Like,
the icons are nice, right?
Yeah, the icons are so good.
So you see the little hub there, and then so obviously there is still the gathering hub. There's still the reason to go in here. There's still like things in here, but yeah, you don't have to necessarily be in there. And then little people joining up the squad, and they're getting ready to hunt Kezu.
Is there anything in particular in this footage that you thought was like a standout moment?
I think it was less sort of standout. It was more just like getting to see stuff to a greater extent, because a lot of the stuff that we've seen, they've shared on social media in these sort of really short, condensed clips. Like, here's 10 seconds of something. I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But to actually just see yourself walking around the village, seeing like the speech bubbles popping up and the vibrancy and just like the feel of it all, that was like super cool. We do also get to see a little bit later on the Smithy. Nothing hugely new there, but it was just kind of cool to sort of see that process.
Let's jump over to the Smithy and take a look at what's happening there.
Let's do it. Yeah, so obviously, the part we cut out from there was they just finished the Kezu hunt, so they're now going to kind of just show the forging process. A lot of this, the layout obviously is nice for Rise, but functionally it is basically what we know from World. They've got the weapon trees back again, so you can kind of go through, you can craft all your, you craft your different items. They've changed the layout ever so slightly, that the weapon tree format is the one that is presented first, and it seems you can tab between them, whereas you used to have to kind of do it it was list first and then a weapon tree before. But yeah, they're basically just going to go through here, craft like each of the armor sets.
Show us some more of the armor, come on.
Yeah, that's the thing. We can see the ones that we know about, but they haven't gone far down that list, so we can't see too much. But you can of course see, you got all the typical options, purchasing the Kinsect and stuff. And then they show this one, and then to the left of him is also the guy that crafts the armor for your Palamute and your Palico.
Okay.
He'll check out as well. He's gonna do like a little bit of posing first, but yeah, like Kezu gear looking creepy as always.
Yeah, that hammer looks absolutely nuts. Like, it's like it gives me creeps, man. Them teeth as well.
Exactly. The other cool thing as well is like while they're in between the kind of the Smithy stuff, you see in the top right hand corner as well, you have like these little reminders of like what's next. So you've got obviously, you know, you like talk to Hino. I mean, I guess we had a similar thing in World as well, which was like, here's what you should be doing next. But you see, you've got like 2 reminders, one for village progress and one for hub. Because
that is such a nice like key quest. Like the key quest thing is such a nice like quality of life feature. Because remember in the old Monster Hunter games, you had to go refer to like the list of what the key quest was, and then find it, and then do those ones is so annoying. So yeah.
Yeah, so just craft up the Palico gear, Palamute gear. Again, you know, nothing like hugely different here. Obviously, you know, we can swap it around. You can see some of the stats and stuff. But layout wise, this is it's cool to see, but it's stuff that we kind of know pretty. That Palamute gear looks weird. Why has he got like flares?
Wait, there was that option to trade for scraps. What's that?
Oh yeah, so the scrap system is making a return. Scrap system is basically where, say you fought like Hezu for a little bit and you want to craft some like Palamute or some buddy gear. Naturally, by making your armor and weapons, scraps are created. But then also, if you're like, I need some more stuff, you can basically trade your materials for scraps, which then is what you use to make their stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, which is kind of useful because obviously, like in World, like it uses the same materials and stuff. So
you did say this. You could actually go to the training room with your friends.
With your homies. Look at it.
With the homies.
This is going to be super cool. So that, you know, now when you want to start testing, be like, oh, yo, if we do like a hunting horn buff with like this move, and then you use like all these different things, like what's it going to do? It's going to be cool. And obviously that middle thing in the middle, you know, you can the Mecha Tetranodon. You can change it around so that you can like alter its behavior. So it can just stand there, it can attack, it can fire ranged projectiles. So this way, you know, you can truly sort of test what you need to do. Because the annoying thing in the previous training rooms always used to be, if you want to test something that procs on damage, you used to have to hit the bomb and then try and use that.
Yeah, true.
Whereas now you'd be like, okay, cool. You know, guard point off of his slam and stuff. So yeah, training room is cool.
Is that the same cat or is it a different cat? No, it's a different cat. It's a different cat.
Different cat, yeah. This is training cat.
This is a training cat. He's just out here.
He's just
And you can go to anywhere. I like how there's a chit chat option for like all of the NPCs as well.
Yeah, it makes me wonder because the interesting thing for that is obviously again one of the things that spoke to Ryozo and Ichinose about in the interview was that we're kind of asking like, oh, you know, what other NPCs can join you in Rampage mode? And while they said they don't want to kind of like reveal that, they want us to discover it ourselves. They were saying that, you know, other NPCs, you know, can join you, so we'll kind of discover it ourselves. So I wonder whether there's some
grind
sort
them
of,
up like relationship style.
Maybe, yeah. Like, could be like, you know, like, oh, Hinoa doesn't like you enough, she's not going to help you. That could be. Imagine that. There's a little like romance simulator. You're like, oh no, I need people that like me.
Okay.
You see, when you're standing here, so he hasn't collected the quest yet, but you'll see that in a minute. From here, you can just go to the quest board, and just be like, I want to join this.
So much better. So much better for like quality of life. That's all this video is going to be. Just me saying that. That's so much better for like quality of life, like changes and stuff like that.
Though, right?
That's the little stupid things that just didn't make any sense now being like remedied. But I don't know. Monster Hunter fans are always in for loving a little bit of pain and like anguish as well. So they're probably going to say that they miss going to the board and stuff like that. Which I also will. Like, I'll miss going to the board.
There is that question because it's interesting because it's a similar sort of thing happening in World where it's like you didn't need to go to the Gathering Hub to do multiplayer quests. You could go anywhere else. So it's like, oh, you know, does the need to go to the Gathering Hub, is it lessened? But I guess because now you can go anywhere in the town, you'll still see your homies. You just might see them somewhere else.
Yeah, that is awesome. Anyway, thank you, Alex, for joining me on this video. I had a great time looking for all of this new stuff. I'm looking forward to the game being launched. Is there anything else, like a little tidbit that you can give people before you leave?
Little tidbit. Decorations are now craftable.
Decorations are now craftable. Oh my gosh, RNG is gone. Well, we'll see what happens with the full like skill system in the game because we don't know much about it until like we actually get to end game. We don't even know anything about the end game in this really, right? Because we don't necessarily like have the guiding lands or any of the other stuff. So
I guess the end game in this will be Rampage because there's you know, one of the things that came from the interview is that Rampage does give you like items. They didn't say what it'll be for, but like there'll be items you get only from Rampage mode. So I imagine like the end game pursuit will be chasing something in Rampage mode. Maybe.
Okay, cool. I wonder if augmentations and all that stuff is gonna make a comeback and stuff like that. Be interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I am going to wrap it up now. So thank you for everybody that came along, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so that you can catch all the videos as they go live. When Monster Hunter drops like at the end of March, we'll be there with so much content for you guys because we're going to be playing so much of it on stream as well. So definitely check that out. Anyway, guys, peace out and say goodbye to Alex.
Bye-bye.
Bye.